Hi, I'm going to read from the New King James Version because it sums it up the best, and I think this is a true version. I'm not saying the King James or New King James or any of these Bibles are the right, but it's 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Now, right, Constantine, the guy who set up the Catholic Church. I'm now convinced 100% that Constantine, that I find really strange that the Romans did have a thing about bumping off emperors and leaders. Why they never did him. I don't believe there was any assassination attempt on his life from the other Romans or anything like that. And that is a question I don't think many are asking. There's only one reason I believe they didn't, is because they earned. See, I believe Constantine set up the Catholic Church because he was losing power and money. A lot of these big, powerful Romans were turning to Christ. So he set up the Catholic Church, and that is the foundation. If you want to destroy a weed, you have to destroy the roots. You have to go to the source, what is causing the weed to grow, and that's how you kill it. The days of people like Reagan and Carter from the Sweeney kicking your door down and going, "You're nicked, get your trousers on," is over. One man is responsible for bringing Al Capone down, an accountant, because they only convicted Al Capone on tax. That was it. He did his 5 years, came out and spent his money. That's the only thing. You can't go in any American court and say Al Capone was involved in organised crime, because there's no proof. One man brought him down. He ain't paid his tax, and they did him on tax evasion. It's the money you've got to chase. And this is what I see. And I see it happening in my lifetime. I will see this happen with the Catholic Church. It will be because of the money. Because that's the weed that grows out. The sexual abuse, the immorality, they're all branches. It goes back to money. Because abuse is about one thing. It's not about the act. It's about control. I believe Ian Brady could have taken the police to every spot where he buried someone, and probably more. They estimate the average serial killers as another 4 or 5. They've only just, in the last 5 years, sentenced the Yorkshire Ripper before he died for another crime he did. He did it in 1967. It's the power. I have the knowledge you want. That's power. That's why Christ gives it freely. That is the real reason why the Catholic Church kicked off about the Bible being translated out of Latin, because no one spoke Latin. They lost control. And I believe there's going to be a breakaway. And the Church of England, the Anglican Church worldwide, and the Catholic Church will come to an end. They will come to an almighty end. Why was the Anglican Church set up? What's the foundations of the Anglican Church, really? When Henry VIII sacked the Catholic Church from England, I think it's estimated around about 35 to 40% of its land, property and wealth went to one body. the Anglican Church. Now, the Anglican Church, Church of England, whatever you want to call it, or whatever, is coming to an end. These are coming to an end, and I believe I will see that. The Catholic Church is going to is going to delegate as their Pope someone who has a bloodline to Constantine, and it will be the end of it. It will all come out, and it'll come through the money, and that's where you've got to start. The reason, okay, Richard I wouldn't come to England, okay? So all the main people in England kicked off. Said, he ain't coming to England. And they went to the Pope and said, look, he ain't coming to England. And Richard III did come to England 3 times. Crown, wed, dead. He thought England was a horrible place and the language was coarse as hell. He stayed in Normandy a lot, and with his mate. So the Pope called an audience of him and said, you've got 2 choices. You can go back to England, or you can do a crusade. Now, why is it then the Catholic Church starts calling the Jews Christ killers? That's when he did it. That's when it first came about. The Christ killers. If you borrowed 1,000 gold coins off the Catholic Church, you paid 1,000 gold coins back. If you borrowed money off the Jews or the Muslims, you paid interest. The Catholic Church can't charge you interest. You can't earn from interest. Interest is forbidden. It is not in the Bible. It's unbiblical. They were rivals. They were rival money lenders. Money holds power. Off you go, Richard. Go and kill some Jews and go and kill some Muslims. Again. So, I mean, there's absolutely proof. People like Joseph Mengele escaped through the Catholic Church. You'd have to pay for that. Again, money. It's always about money. It's always about power. Money and power go together. They are the gods. And you'll find they are the gods in organised religion as well. Money and power. You'll find a lot of people in leadership, big time leadership, have been abused people. And abused people have this habit of control. If I own the control, no one can abuse me. I do it. As an ex-survivor, as a survivor, I do it. That's what it's about. That's what abuse is about. The loss of control and the gaining of control. And I do really believe organised religion is coming to an end. And this is one of the reasons why I don't attend a church. And this is what God's been sharing with me lately. This is what he's been sharing. There's a purple beast coming about. And the person who's going to save the day, and he's going to save the day from all of this, is called the Antichrist. He will rise up and say, I bring you peace. And that's when you'll know